We learn the military art of throwing arrows and the confidential art of controlling weapons. Purport. Dhanur-veda, or military science, was taught by Droṇācārya with all its confidential secrets of throwing and controlling by Vedic hymns. Gross military science is dependent on material weapons, but finer than that is the art of throwing the arrows saturated with Vedic hymns, which act more effectively than gross material weapons like machine guns or atom bombs. The control is by Vedic mantras, or the transcendental science of sound. It is said in the Rāmāyaṇa that Mahārāja Daśaratha, the father of Lord Śrī Rāma, used to control arrows by sound only. He could pierce his target with his arrow, but only hearing the sound, without seeing the object. So this is a finer military science than that of the gross material military weapons used nowadays. Arjuna was taught all this, and therefore Draupadī wished that Arjuna feel obliged to Ācārya Droṇa for all these benefits. And in the absence of Droṇācārya, his son was his representative. That was the opinion of the good lady Draupadī. It may be argued why Droṇācārya, a rigid brāhmaṇa, should be a teacher in the military science. But the reply is that a brāhmaṇa should become a teacher, regardless of what his department of knowledge is. A learned brāhmana should become a teacher, a priest, and a recipient of charity. A bona fide brāhmana is authorized to accept such professions. Om Gyantimidandasya Gyanadashadakya Chakshumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gada Mayam Dadati Swavedantikam Vanchakapatadubhischa Kripasindu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavnibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Yata yasmin duskuram sukuram bhavet visvite vipyatim shri Chaitanya namanamitam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gauda Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the Guru is given the topmost respect because they give you knowledge, how to live your life, how 1 + 1, and even your parents are considered the first Guru. And this is, they teach you how to even eat, how to go to toilet, how to wear clothes. So whoever is teaching us is given the topmost respect, because without their mercy to give us knowledge, how can we go on in life? How can we progress? So this is Draupadī speaking here to Arjuna. And Draupadī, what's happened here is that the battle of Kurukshetra is finished, and when you win the battle, so you swap camps. So you spend the one night in the other side camp, like this. So Ashvatthama, he survived. There was only a few who survived, and Ashvatthama was one of them. He's the son of Droṇācārya. And he was very upset because they kind of cheated to kill his father. So what happened was that before the battle started, Arjuna shot an arrow at the feet of Bhishmadev and at the feet of Droṇācārya as respect. Give me blessings to win, how to defeat you. And because this is like, they very nice, they're seeking blessings before battle, so they also fired arrows and touched the head of Arjuna like this, here's the blessing. So Yudhishthira is asking, okay, because you came in such a humble mood, what advice do you want for the battle? So he is asking how to defeat you. So Bhishmadev says, I will not fight if a woman is on the battlefield. I will not fire weapons. So because Shikandi was before woman, then okay, I will not fire at Shikandi. And then Droṇācārya says, if I find out my son has died in the battle, I will give up my arms. I cannot fight anymore. So it comes to the point of the battle that Droṇācārya is fighting amazingly. He is cleaning up the Pandava army, kind of like unstoppable. He's unstoppable. And the Pandavas are trying all they can, but nothing is working. So then Krishna says to Yudhisthira Maharaj, and Yudhisthira is known as Dharmaraj. He's the one who's upholding Dharma. He's Dharma personified. And he's famous for never telling a lie. So then he tells Yudhisthira, okay, you say out in the battlefield that Ashwatthama is dead. And Yudhisthira's like, no, how can I? I never said a lie before. How can I now say a lie, And he goes, no, you just do it. So then the other Pandavas tried, like Bhima saying, Ashwatthama is dead. And Drona, he's fighting, that's Bhima, he's lying, like this. And then the other, Nakula side, also tried, like this. And then Krishna had an idea. He goes, okay, what you do, you say, Ashwatthama, the elephant has died. And when you say elephant, we'll blow the conch. So then he just says, okay, I can do that. He says, Ashwatthama, the elephant, and whoa, is dead. And then Droṇācārya says, shocked. It's like, my son, how can I continue? People, everything is your daughter, no? Whole life is there. You can't even imagine. You don't want to imagine that something will happen to it. So you can imagine Droṇācārya's mood. He cannot concentrate anymore. The battle, what's the meaning of the battle? My son is gone. So then he goes, okay, then I give up arms. So then he nearly in the middle of the battlefield, he just sit in meditation and ready to finish the life. But Drishtadyumna, who is the brother of Draupadī, also the son of Drupad, he appeared from a yagya in order to kill Droṇācārya, because Drupad and Droṇācārya had some conflict before. They went to school together in the Gurukul, but Droṇācārya was from from a poor class, and then Drupad was from Kshatriya class. So then when they were in school, they agreed, okay, when we grow up, then, we'll share the riches like this. And Drupad, yeah, of course, So Droṇācārya went to Drupad Maharaj and said, hey, let's share. He says, what do you mean? I'm higher class now, we do not share like this, Because brāhmaṇa only lives on charity. And so Droṇācārya felt very angry. Lucky for Droṇācārya, he was the teacher of the Kauravas for battle. So when you get trained up by a guru, they ask for daksha. And, it can be anything. Whatever the guru wants, you have to do it. So then for daksha, Droṇācārya asked the Pandavas, okay, you go to Drupad, fight him, defeat him, and bring him to me. So then Duryodhana and the brothers went, 100 brothers. They went to fight Drupad Maharaj. Got defeated. So then Arjuna and the Pandavas went. They defeated him, captured him, brought him to Droṇācārya, and he says, so, remember we were supposed to have half? So then Drupad had to give half to Droṇācārya. That was the daksha, like that. So Drupad was very angry. And he did 5 sacrifices. He liked Arjuna. So he's Arjuna, what an amazing fighter, So he wanted one daughter to become the wife of Arjuna. And then he wanted one son that would kill Droṇācārya. And Droṇācārya is, it says here, brāhmaṇa, has to teach. So anyone that comes, he would just give knowledge. He doesn't care who. So even Drishtadyumna, he knew that it prophesied that he would kill him. He still taught him. Even the Bhagavad Gita, Duryodhana is doing politics in the first chapter. And he's saying, look at the Pandava army. Your great disciple Drishtadyumna is there, arranging the military phalanx. He's trying to say, Droṇācārya, don't hold back. Whatever affection you have for Pandavas, like this guy is supposed to kill you. You also taught him. The Duryodhana is very smart. He's like this. Actually, Duryodhana, if he appeared now times, he'd be greatest politician. Like, he would be considered the greatest man. Because Yudhishthira, he only wanted 5 villages. And he's like, you know, the kingdom is running very well under Duryodhana. So actually, if Duryodhana was here now times, we think, oh, his demons and stuff. But if he's here now, one of the greatest politicians ever to live. He'd be considered a great man for history. Because of, like, just his way of running the government. So, Dushyaджumna, when Droṇācārya is in meditation, Dushyaджumna cuts his head off. So you cannot fight, you can't kill someone if someone's fighting you back. If they turn their back or they're sleeping like this, you can't do like this. So Ashwatthama was so angry. And he did big, like, sacrifice, like, tapasya, like this, in order to defeat the Pandavas, all of them, like this. So battle's already won, the Pandavas have gone to the camp of the Kauravas, but staying back were the 5 sons of Draupadī, from each Pandava. And Ashwatthama went to the camp of the Pandavas at that time, and he was very powerful, armed with an axe, and he was just killing anyone that came in his way. No one could defeat him. He was empowered by Lord Shiva. No one could defeat him. He was killing like that. And then he went to one tent, and he saw, look, 5 Pandavas, like this. And then, what he did, he cut their heads off, the 5 sons of the Pandavas. And at that time, he wanted to please Duryodhana. And Duryodhana, he had his leg broken and back broken because Bhima cheated it. No, because he didn't do he was supposed to, before the fight, because his mother is a very chaste lady, so she had mystic power, you know, before she found out her husband was blind, so she decided. Gandhari is from Afghanistan, if you know. She's from that side. She's from Afghanistan. Like Kandahar, she's from there. So when she found out she was going to marry someone who's blind, so she didn't want to seem superior. She wanted to be chaste and faithful, so she blinded herself, you know, so she didn't seem superior. And because of that chastity, she had great mystic power. And she told her son, before you fight Bhima, because Bhima killed all 100 sons, he made 3 vows to break the thigh of Duryodhana, because Duryodhana told Draupadi, hey, you must sit here. He vowed to kill all 100 sons of Dhritarashtra and drink the blood of Dushasana, because he pulled the hair of Draupadi. And Draupadi was also thinking, yes, and you bring the blood to me, I'll bathe my hair in it, then I'll tie my hair up again. This is Kshatriya lady, you know, she's warrior lady, she's like this. So, yes, so this, where am I up to? I'm going everywhere. Yes, that's the time has killed all of them. And yes, so Duryodhana, before fighting Bhima, Gandhari, she was very upset all the sons got killed by Bhima, so she wanted to help. So you come to me, but come naked. Don't wear any clothes, come naked. I will look on you and your whole body will be like fully iron strong. You cannot penetrate. He goes, okay, I will. And so he came, and then Krishna saw him along the way. Krishna always gets in between to save his devotees. And he goes, where are you going? You're naked. Like, I'm going to see my mother. You cannot go in front of mother naked. What are you doing? Let's wear like something there, you know. So then he goes in front of mother. Mother opens the blindfold, and then she looks at the body. One part is covered. It's like, you fool! Why'd you do this? He goes, so Krishna, you will be defeated. So then in the battle, then no one could win because Bhima is stronger, but Duryodhana is better technique because he was trained by Balaram. You know, who's better teacher than Balaram? He's Adi Guru, you know. Yeah. So who can teach better? So Duryodhana, so it was matching up, and then Krishna during the fight tells Bhima, hit the thigh, and then you're not allowed to hit below the belt, you know. So that time, but he hit like this, and then he broke his back. So he's stuck there. So Ashvatthama comes with the 5 heads in the Pandava in one bag, like this, and I got the 5 heads of the Pandavas. He goes, really? You got all 5 heads of the Pandavas? No one can defeat the Pandavas now, just you defeated them. So then he opened the bag, all the heads are there, and he goes, looks like Pandavas. But then he goes, put one of their heads in my hand. And then he, like that, he crushed the skull like this. He goes, this is not the Pandavas. What are you doing? You made more shame upon me. You killed the sons while they're sleeping. What are you doing? Get out of here. Like this. So Ashvatthama is like rejected by so-called friend, and then he's even more angry. He didn't even kill Pandavas. So then he throws what's called brahmastra. This is like stronger than even nuclear weapon. This is the technology of Dhanur-veda. It's more subtle. By mantra you can invoke different weapons. So say for example if you give fire weapon, then you can invoke water weapon. If you invoke tornado weapon, you can invoke a mountain weapon just by mantra. You shoot the arrow and put the mantra there like this. So that the science is amazing. Much more better. Most people think now we're getting more scientific, more advanced now, but actually they're all so much more advanced civilization. You look at the temples they build out of the mountains, so much symmetry, so much detail. Even science can't explain how it's all built. And so big, solid stone, one stone, you can build a whole temple like this. How is it possible? This Angkor Wat in Cambodia, so many temples in South America. This is all from Vedic time. You know, it said that Ravan had all his gold in Brazil. So this is all that science was there. So he threw this brahmastra like this, and Arjuna, he sees it coming, and he can't. What's going on? You know, what's happening here? He's like bewildered, and he surrenders to Krishna. He goes, "Will you help me?" He goes, "Arjuna, you know what to do." So then Arjuna throws his brahmastra, and then he withdraws both. Then he captures Ashvatthama, and he's all humiliated, everything. They catch him like this. And actually Draupadi, before, when she found that the sons were killed, she told Arjuna, you catch this Brahman, you catch Ashvatthama, and then for the funeral rites, I will stand on his head while I do the sacred bathing at the end. So she was also ready to kill him. But when Draupadi, being woman and soft-hearted, she saw this Brahmana here. You can't treat Brahmana like this. He was like humiliated, all tied up like this. And then, so Arjuna had a problem. Yudhisthira said, no, he's a Brahmana, we can't kill him. He's the son of God. And Draupadi said, you can't do this. You know, this is the also. And imagine Kripi, who's the wife of Droṇācārya, how would she feel? Because it said that you have 7 mothers, cow, earth, the wife of the Brahmana, the wife of the Guru. So this is wife of the Guru, this is your mother. How will she feel? She'll feel, I don't want her to feel the same pain as me. So don't kill him. And then Krishna saying, no, you should kill him. He's aggressive. You know, Draupadi, you made vow, you have to kill him. So you should kill him. And then also Bhima, he also, he was ready to kill him. Let's kill him now, like this, you know. And Draupadi goes, no, don't do it, you know. And then Krishna, he made 2 more arms. So he had 4 arms, and then he's stopping Draupadi one side and Bhima other side like this. So it looks like, you know, Bollywood movie now. No. Like this, you know, fighting in the family. It's like so much drama. So now we have here Draupadi is trying to give reason to Arjuna not to kill him. And this is a full science of when and where one should kill. And one shouldn't kill a Brahmana. This is a terrible thing to do. The Brahmana is always held ahead of society. You cannot punish, I think, 5 or 4 people. Children, women, saintly persons, and I think elderly. These people who are not punishable. So, yeah, brāhmaṇa cannot.
He's Brahman.
Yeah, brāhmaṇa also cannot punish you. But you don't do anything wrong. So, like, there's an example in the Bhagavatam, when Vāmanadeva took everything from Bali Maharaj, and he humiliated him. Bali Maharaj, he was disciple of Śikṣito. He is the guru of the demons. Śikṣito said, no, don't give him, it's Vishnu, he'll take everything. And Bali Maharaj is like, no, I don't care if it's Vishnu. I gave my word, I'm a Kshatriya, and I'll give everything. He said 3 steps, I don't care if he takes everything. And then Śikṣito says, no, it's okay. In the scripture it says, if you become poverty-stricken, or if you don't say Om, you don't have to follow your promise. And Bali Maharaj says, no, I reject you. Oh, you reject me, I curse you, you'll lose everything. So then Vāmanadeva takes everything. But does he thank him? No. What does he do? He ties him up, humiliates him completely, ties him up with the ropes of Arjuna, all his demon soldiers want to kill Vāmana, and he holds him back. And he's like, no, I deserve this. Okay, for example, imagine you give all your wealth to temple. You have nothing left. And then the temple says, no, you cannot come, we don't like you. You shouldn't come, you're banned from temple. How would you feel? It's like, I gave everything. I even rejected, advice from my materialistic guru, and you treat me like this. My name should be somewhere on the wall or something like this. This is how you treat me. So you can imagine Bali Maharaj's position. But he is very humble, because yes, I've done something in the past. This is what I deserve. The Lord knows best. What's best for me? Eventually he gets a place better than Indra, in a place called Sutala. It's a subterranean heavenly planet. And he gets better place, and the Lord becomes his doorkeeper. Ravan tried to go and invade one time. Vamana just with his big toe just kicked him flying, like this. So powerful. The big toe. Same toe that cracked the universe and the Ganges fell. Same one. So, what happened to Śikṣito? Shouldn't he get punished? He's the one who said, don't do it, this, that, everything, So Vāmanadeva at the end talks to Śikṣito. He goes, why did you curse Bali Maharaj? He was doing the right thing. He was following scripture. He's worshipping the Lord. Why would you do that to him? Did you think that was wrong? And then Śikṣito says to Vāmanadeva, yeah, I think, it was wrong. And just because he recognized his mistake, he was put back in his position. He atoned. That was his prashchitta. But for Kshatriya, because they are more passionate and they do more sinful activity, or they're more like, sometimes when you're a kid, the parents tell you, don't do this. You don't understand, right? If you don't understand, then you need smack, right? So Kshatriya is more passionate, they need a bit more smack. But Brahmana is more goodness. From just understanding, they learn the lesson. So that's why he didn't get punished more. So here, Ashvatthama is Brahmana. So then they're saying this view, you shouldn't punish like this, like he's a Kshatriya, like he's a Sudra or something. So then Arjuna is stuck, because he has to please Krishna and Bhima. He has to please Draupadi and Yudhishthira. What's he going to do? So at the end, what happens? He cuts the top knot of the Brahmana. In the knot, there's like a jewel, and that's like the status of a Brahmana. So he killed the Brahman status, but he didn't kill his body. So then that way he was able to please both Draupadi and Yudhishthira Maharaj, and then Bhima and Krishna. So Krishna was testing him, because when he first said you should kill him, and then when Yudhishthira and Draupadi said no, you shouldn't kill him, he said maybe you should. So he was just testing him, He wanted to show how The devotee in the most high pressure situation is very intelligent to make the right decision. So that's Arjuna. And we can see sometimes we get stuck in the same situation. You know, if I do this, then this bad thing will happen, but I get this. If I do this, there's always a trade-off. Any situation like this. So Arjuna, he was just taking shelter of Krishna. But Krishna, what do you want me to do? Devotee now is always trying to take shelter of Guru and Krishna. He goes to the spiritual, okay, I have this situation, I don't know what to do. Can you show me the way? Usually we come to the Guru or to Krishna with our own plans. Say, Krishna, can I do this? And then it's like a stupid plan, you know. But we're like, no, but I have this plan, Krishna, I want to do, you know, you should let me do it. And because we're attached to the plan, not to attach to Krishna's plan, then he goes, alright, do it, you know. And then we run into trouble, and then we come crying back to Krishna, it didn't work. Like kids, you know, they have so many plans. And you're like, no, don't do it. And they're like, no, I want to do it. And they come crying back, oh, okay, I showed this is what you were supposed to do. Oh, okay. So this is the Bhagavatam is mainly to teach. In the whole Bhagavatam, every high pressure psychological situation you can ever go through in your life is presented here, but in the most highest degree, like most highest pressure situation. And then these devotees here will show you how to get through that. So your situation will not be as bad as this, like Arjuna's one. You may have similar, but it won't be as intense. But we'll follow in the footsteps by taking shelter of Krishna. So that's what the Bhagavatam teaches. It gives you full armor, full scope, full inventory of how to deal with all situations. So yeah, it's nice. You have some questions or some comment? Appa, you want to say something?
No, not this question.
Oh, okay.
You said we make decision, but sometimes it goes against Krishna. But in the case of Arjuna, Krishna was present there. So whatever decision make, Krishna can alter it. But in our case, Krishna is not here, he's impersonal. How do we know to make the right decision?
Right or wrong?
Krishna also agree.
Yeah, so Krishna is not personally present. He is, though. He's in your heart. So he's sitting in the heart. One can try and do that, but we're very contaminated. We can't hear Krishna in the heart. So then he manifests as the spiritual master. He's the representative of Krishna. So he knows your situation, and he knows the whole sastra. He knows Krishna's plan. So then he knows exactly how you can fit in Krishna's plan, whatever the situation you're in. So that's the idea of how to, and whatever the spiritual master says, as if Krishna is telling you directly. So that's why one should take a spiritual master, a bona fide spiritual master. So he has to be in the parampara, the disciplic succession. That's a chain of gurus that lead all the way to Krishna. It's kind of like a mango from the top of the tree. You can't just throw it straight, right? One branch, next one, like this. And then you get it as it is. So the knowledge from Krishna, these gurus, they are not adding anything, they don't subtract anything. So you get it as it is. They are clear via medium. Just like my glasses. If I want to see reality without glasses, very blurry, I can't see anything. Right? But if I want to see clearly, I want to interact with Happy Guru, then I can see fully everything, and interact. So my experience is with you, right? But actually, my eyes are only interacting with the glasses. So in order for us to see God, Krishna clearly, and His plan clearly, we have to fully interact, do the interaction with the spiritual master. And then when you receive the plans, the messages, the love from Krishna, it's all through the spiritual master. Just like the vision I get is through the glasses back. So that's how it works. So it's indirect, but the experience is direct. That's the idea. So okay?
But if we don't have spiritual master, or the spiritual master is not present, so whose advice we take?
So that's two questions. So the first part, if you don't have a spiritual master. So when you come to ISKCON, so we take instruction from Srila Prabhupada and his books. He is your spiritual master. But his instruction is to get in the line of parampara, to take initiation and continue the line. That's how the knowledge will spread. So some people, they say, no, I go take initiation directly from Prabhupada, like this. But this is wrong mentality. Because two things, you don't glorify Prabhupada, you think Prabhupada couldn't continue the chain. So that's not his glory. You're not glorifying him. And then you think you can just jump and go to anyone. Why just go to Prabhupada? Well, I want to take initiation from Narada Muni. I want to take from Vyasadeva. I want to take from Lord Brahma. Why don't you jump like this? So this jumping is, this is the mood of pride. This is not being humble, trying to be servant of the servant. This jumping is like, eventually you'll jump and you want to be Krishna. Yeah? So that type of mentality is coming up with like, okay, I will take initiation from Prabhupada. There's a movement like that. So this is wrong mentality. But when we come in ISKCON, when we connect, then Prabhupada is the main instructor in this movement. He's founder Ācārya. So anyone under him will follow his instructions. You can, if you know, and then his followers, you can shape up against his teachings, like that. So until then you follow Prabhupada, until you get direct spiritual master. And then if the spiritual master has left this world physically, like Kadamba Kamaraj is our spiritual master, so he's left this world physically 2 years ago. So what do? So the way we associate with the spiritual master is two ways. It's a vapu, with the form. We serve the form of the spiritual master, and with vani, instruction. So while he's around, then you serve the vapu. You be around him, you hear from him, you try and do some menial service, and you'll get mercy. You develop a relationship. And then the vani is more important because that is also a direct association with the spiritual master. And this is when it becomes more sort of mystical, ethereal. That because the spiritual master is he's going back to the spiritual world, and he's a transcendental personality. So these transcendental personalities you can connect from within the heart, and then when you execute the instruction, you feel like you're with them, and they can have more facility to guide you now that they've left than before, because it's very clear, am I following the instruction or not? So in this way, this is how you can always be under the shelter of Krishna, through the spiritual master, like that. And Prabhupada is the prime example. Some disciples on a walk, they ask him, so you must miss your spiritual master. He says, in the same breath, he just said, no, I'm always with my spiritual master. Because he's executing his instruction. It's okay?
How about people are illiterate? They can't read books.
Yeah.
So from whom they can get spiritual knowledge?
Yeah, that's why you hear. These books, they turn them into audio books also.
By hearing?
Yeah. But there's a story of the South Indian brāhmaṇa. You heard that story? So he was illiterate. But his spiritual master, he said, you read 18 chapters Bhagavad Gita every day. But he can't read. Because Guru said, I will try. So then he's like, okay. He's reading. And all the other Brahmanas laughing at him. He's like, look at him, he's trying to read, he's illiterate, what he's doing, you know. So Lord Chaitanya, he was doing a tour of South India, and he saw this Brahmana, and he's reading, but he's also crying tears of ecstasy. So he goes, my dear Brahmana, I see you're reading Bhagavad Gita. And he goes, yeah, I'm reading. But aren't you illiterate? He goes, yeah. Then why are you crying? Why are you crying? He says, when I cry because they're reading on the palm leaf, right? So it's like written by, that's how you copy, no printing press. So along with the writing, they have like some illustration also. So he goes, when I see the picture of Krishna becoming the chariot driver for his devotee, Arjuna, I see that Krishna is so kind, so then I cry. So Lord Chaitanya says, you are the real knower of Bhagavad Gita, and he embraced him. So Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in devotional form. And then he got all the mercy. Imagine God, he'd come and hug you. So this is the mercy of following instruction, spiritual master. Even though you think you don't have capability, the mercy to execute the instruction will come to do it. So, but yeah, if you can't read, you can always hear. There's so many lectures. They've made audio books of these now. You can find. So while you're driving, or you're working, or cooking, you can hear, like this. There's always a way.
The books give us knowledge.
Why did they ask questions? You know everything.
By chanting the holy name, how we benefit.
If you tell me.
Because there is book, there's guru, the books.
Yeah.
But first you have to chant the holy name to get to purify.
Some people is different. I mean, it's all mercy. Some people get through prasadam first, chanting first, books first. Yeah, so it's all mercy. Some people's association, or they just go to temple, pray, go home. Yeah.
It's your turn now.
Yeah. You know everything up there. And you can answer the next question you can ask.
When we have everything like house, roof on the head, and food and cars and everything, sometimes the mind tricks us because we get very cozy, and even we have sometimes time, but we prefer other things instead of chanting. How we can not, we can save ourselves to derail from that. How we can do that? Because when you have everything, then sometimes you get lazy. Sometimes you have a time, but your mind take you somewhere. You derail. How we can save ourselves to derail and get back on track in chanting?
Yeah, first you have to know who you are. You are spirit soul. You are not this body, Whatever you're working hard for, it's for the body. The spirit soul doesn't want all this. Because we are in this material world, we need this body to survive. It's an instrument. But it's temporary. Whatever you earn, everything you do is temporary. Material is temporary. Yeah.
It's like in Bhagavad Gita, yes, we get this. We get this knowledge from in Sundays or Saturday class mornings, but still we know from Prabhupada lectures, from Bhagavad Gita, we go to the classes. But sometimes again we derail. Sometimes, like I'm talking about chanting. It happens to me. Sometimes I do a lot of rounds chanting, but maybe next day.
Yeah.
I can't continue, couldn't continue. I just, I don't have any excuse.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie, or this happened in my life, or that's why I couldn't do. I just.
Yeah, you have to have faith. There's not much enough faith. You have doubts whether this will help or not. So you must first of all build the faith that Krishna conscious, all these things will help me. This is my end of life. You must regulate your life. That's what you got for devotion. You have these regulated principles. If you do that, gradually you come to understand your sadhana and you build the faith that the mind will get purified, and once you have faith, then you can, strong faith, then you can be steady. Otherwise, it will always disturbing. So now you have done have faith, you have doubts whether I'm doing the right thing or not. The mind always take away chanchala, agitated.
I don't have any doubt that, or anything like if it can work for me or not. But the mind gets lazy. That's what happens. I don't have any doubt at all.
Yeah.
But get lazy.
Still in mode
mind
of
get lazy.
passion and ignorance.
Yes.
If you want to be Krishna conscious, you have to come to the stage of goodness. Then only you can understand spiritual knowledge. Now you are still under the three modes of nature.
Yes. Yes.
Then from goodness we have to go to transcendental. So you have to get out of the mode of ignorance, laziness. That's ignorance.
Yes. Yes.
That's why we have to get up in the morning, chant. The morning programs you do, you don't get lazy. Everything must be regulated, punctual.
Yes. Yes.
Once you a little slack, then you go the other way, Maya.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You don't go to Maya. You always stay goodness. You get passionate, ignorant, it's very hard. Can't. So don't desire for only Krishna, not for yourself. Don't be selfish.
Yes.
But Maya is very strong. That's also Krishna's energy. Krishna is testing us. Maya will test us. No, Krishna is no good. This is better material life. We also get cheated. Even the Swamis. So must be very, very careful. Whatever the scriptures say, whatever Prabhupada said, you listen, hear, then you purify from the pure devotee. Like Prabhupada lecture, you hear every day, it makes sense. Then the mind will not go this way, that way. This is it, my aim. I am spiritual soul, I am servant of Krishna. But you don't give up everything, no. You still have everything, but use it for Krishna. Then it will work. If you want to use it for yourself, then you get entangled. Then you have to take birth again. You go through all this cycle again. By devotional service, like you doing in the temple, is good. That will help you. And chanting all devotional service, the 9 process. Only by devotional service you can build up the bhakti, love of Godhead. Everything else is temporary. You have to say anything? Say something.
I was just thinking, like, just sometimes people need like a gym body, so you need japa body maybe.
I think that's the. You just hit the nail on the head.
You can
You
call.
just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, you do it with someone in the morning. Okay, we'll call each other and then we do it together.
Yeah, accountable to.
Yeah. can do on the phone or something. I know many people, they do like Zoom japa groups in the morning, someone they group they're cultivating, and maybe they have here, right, in the Bhakti Riksha.
At the moment, everybody going to India or
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
that's actually good idea. I will research more about the point you made.
You just need one person who's willing to do it. Maybe he can do it. You call him in the morning, check, and then you chant together on the phone.
We have to get together, devotee association once in a while,
Yeah, but
once a week.
you live 1 hour away. So you have to do it on the phone. You can call him.
Have kirtan, have class, have prasadam once a month. Call your friends, more the better.